I was 62 years old, employee on a Friday, laid off on a Monday. The transformation didn't happen because I'm special. It happened because I made one decision that changed everything. Here's what you're going to learn today. First, the exact moment I stopped being an employee and started being an entrepreneur, and why that shift matters more than any business strategy. Second, the three things that had to die before my business could live. Hard truths nobody talks about. Third was the first 90 days of transformation and what they actually look like. Not the highlight reel, the real story. By the end of this video, you'll understand the internal shift required to go from an employee to an entrepreneur, because the business part is easy, the mindset part is hard. You've been an employee your whole life, 40 years, maybe more. You showed up, did your work, followed the rules, got your paycheck, and now you want to be an entrepreneur. But here's the problem. You still think like an employee. You wait for permission. You look for guarantees. You want someone to tell you exactly what to do. That's not how entrepreneurship works. According to a 2025 Gallup study, only 23% of employees say they would be comfortable being their own boss. The other 77% are terrified of the uncertainty. For 35 years, I knew exactly what was expected of me. Show up at 8 a.m., do these tasks, go home at 5 p.m., get paid on Friday. Entrepreneurship has none of that. Nobody was going to tell me what to do. Nobody was going to guarantee me a paycheck. Nobody was going to create a structure for me. I had to create it for myself, and I didn't know how. That's the gap most people don't cross. They want to be entrepreneurs, but they can't stop thinking like employees. The transformation requires you to kill parts of yourself. My name is Mark. I'm 63 years old. For 35 years, I was an employee. I did IT work and sales work. Good job, decent money, comfortable. Then I got laid off at 62, and everything I thought I knew about work and money fell apart. I had two choices: find another job or become an entrepreneur. I chose entrepreneurship. Today, I run a home-based business. I set my own schedule. I answer to nobody. But getting here required transformation, not just learning new skills, becoming a different person. That's what I want to share with you today. Before my business could live, three things had to die. Thing number one, the need for certainty. As an employee, I had certainty. I knew my paycheck would hit my account every 2 weeks. I knew my health insurance would renew. I knew my job would be there Monday morning. Entrepreneurship offers no certainty. You might make 500 this month. You might make 5,000 next month. You might have a great week followed by a terrible week. That uncertainty terrified me. What if this thing doesn't work? What if I can't pay my bills? What if I made a mistake? Then I realized something. Certainty is an illusion. I thought I had job security, and then I got laid off. Certainty doesn't exist. What exists is confidence in your ability to handle uncertainty. Once I accepted that, everything changed. I stopped needing guarantees. I started trusting myself. The need for certainty had to die, and confidence in myself had to be born. Thing number two, the need for approval. As an employee, I needed approval from my boss, from my coworkers, from performance reviews. I was conditioned to seek external validation. When I started my business, I told people what I was doing. Some of them laughed, some rolled their eyes, some asked if I was joining a pyramid scheme. It hurt, and for a while I stopped talking about it. But then I realized something. The people judging me weren't paying my bills. They weren't going to help me when I needed money. Their opinions don't matter. What matters was results. So I stopped caring what people thought. I stopped seeking approval. I started doing the work. The need for approval had to die, and self-approval had to be born. Thing number 3, the need for immediate results. As an employee, I got feedback. I completed a task. My boss said, good job. I hit a sales target. I got a bonus. Entrepreneurship doesn't work like that. You can work for weeks and see no results. You can talk to 50 people and 48 of them say no. In the beginning, I was discouraged constantly, but I didn't quit. And so slowly things started to compound. The results didn't come immediately, but they came. The need of immediate results had to die, and patience with the process had to be born. Let me share the specific mindset shifts that made the transformation possible. Shift number 1 from I can't do it to I'll figure it out. Employees say, I can't do that. I don't know how. Entrepreneurs say, I'll figure it out. Everything I didn't know how to do, I learned. How to have a business conversation, how to handle rejection, how to train team members. I didn't know how to do it, any of it, but I figured it out. Shift number 2, from what if I fail to what if I succeed. Employees focus on failure. What if this doesn't work? What if I lose money? What if people judge me? I'll tell you what, they're going to judge you regardless. Entrepreneurs focus on success. What if this works? What if I build something amazing? What if I change my life? The question you ask determines your action. I started asking better questions and my life changed. Shift number 3, from I need permission to I'm in charge. Employees wait for permission. Can I take this day off? Can I try this approach? Is this okay? Entrepreneurs don't ask permission, they decide. When I became an entrepreneur, I stopped waiting for somebody to tell me what to do. I decided when to work. I decided how to run my business. I decided what success looks like. That shift from waiting for permission to taking ownership changed everything. Shift number 4, from I work for money to I build assets. Employees trade time for money. You work an hour, you get paid for an hour. Entrepreneurs build assets. You do work once, and it pays you over and over and over and over. When I built my team, I created an asset. When I helped 10 people start their business, they helped others. And I earned from that work. That's leverage, that's wealth building. I stopped thinking about hourly income. I started thinking about residual income. That shift made me wealthy. Let me be honest. What this transformation requires, it requires discomfort. You'll feel scared. You'll doubt yourself. You'll want to quit. It requires patience. Results don't come overnight. You have to trust the process even when you can't see the progress. It requires humility. You have to be willing to learn, to follow people who have done what you want to do, to admit you don't know everything. It requires consistency. You can't work hard for a week and then take a month off. You have to show up every day. But here's what you get in return: freedom, control, income that grows while you sleep, a business that's yours, a life you design that's worth the discomfort. Imagine this. 2 years from now, you look back at today, the day you decided to transform from employee to entrepreneur. You're making more money than you ever made as an employee. You work from home. You set your own schedule. You're proud of what you built. That's possible, but only if you start now. Not next month, not when you feel ready, today. The transformation starts with one decision, and that decision is yours. But if you don't make that decision, here's what happens. 5 years from now, you're still an employee. In your mind, still waiting for permission, still afraid of uncertainty, still wishing you had tried. And that is the biggest regret of all, not trying. Don't let that be you. The transformation from employee to entrepreneur isn't just about business skills, it's about mindset. 3 things have to die: the need for certainty, the need for approval, the need for immediate results. 4 mindset shifts have to happen. You have to go from I can't to I'll figure it out. From fear of failure to belief in success. From needing permission to taking ownership. From trading time for money to building assets. It's uncomfortable, but it's worth it. Here's what I want you to do next. Book a free one-on-one strategy call with me. This call is a $100 value, but if you watch this video, it's free. On this call, we'll talk about where you are in your transformation journey, your mindset shifts you need to make, the exact business model I used, whether you qualify for our MasterMind community. This is your chance to start the transformation. Click the link in the description, book your call. Let's begin your journey from employee to entrepreneur. Don't wait until you feel ready. You'll never feel ready. Start anyway. Before you go, answer this. Are you an employee or are you an entrepreneur? Put your answer in the comments. Where are you right now? Where do you want to be? I'll reply to every comment. Let's talk about your transformation.